All right, hey, this is Act 2 of the podcast. We're getting right back into it. If you missed Act 1, go back and listen to that thing. Otherwise, this isn't going to make any sense. Okay, see ya. But if I wanted to take the fraud bus, the fuel tank on the fraud bus is massive. Take the 20 gallons I used, I filled up yesterday, and multiply that times 4. Nick adds, gas was over $4 a gallon in 2012 when I bought my Silverado. Gas has been $3 and something forever. It adds an extra $20 a tank. Who cares? That's the cost of freedom, Nick. And I'm with you on that. The fraud bus's fuel tank is not 20 gallons, not 40, not 60. It's 80. Right now, if I filled it up, it would cost $335.20 to fucking take that thing. I will say this. For the 80 gallons of gas, that will take me 640 miles at 8 miles a gallon. So that means if I travel for 8 minutes, I have just spent another $4.19. That's crazy. So $4.19. Let's see. If I were to go easy math, 60 minutes divided by 8, so that's 7.5 times $4.19. 1 hour of travel in the fraud bus costs $31.42. So think about that. We take off on the road to Tennessee, and every hour that passes, I am paying $31.42. Wow. Well, I hope that's not forever. It's a little bit disappointing. And now everybody's blaming Trump on that deal. All right. But at the same time, if Iran gets a nuclear weapon 3 years from now and blows up a country, you're going to be like, why didn't you go get him? Why didn't you take him out when you had the chance? Alan says $5 for diesel. Tova says, well, I mean, it is Trump's fault. Yeah, fault implies he's done something wrong, you fuck. I cannot believe any of you think that it is not okay to blow up Iran. All right? These assholes have wanted this forever. They've been asking for it. Okay? You all need to get behind this. Nick says, get an RV storage in Grayling, then just drive short to the fear bunker. Yeah, I guess. I'll have to do the math, though, because, it's like I don't know if that's going to work for me. Piano Fingerbanger says there was zero risk of Iran hitting anyone with a nuclear weapon. It's all bullshit. Rebecca says Iran has been on the verge of having nuclear technology for my entire life. Well, not anymore. Rebecca says Israel's been trying since the Reagan administration to get us to bomb Iran. They finally found the village idiot willing to do it. Alan says, why again can't you leave the bus at the bunker? I don't want to leave it unattended. I've got enough problems with that thing. I don't want it exposed to the elements. By the way, I need to know more about the horses. Build a big garage at Fear Bunker North and just store it there year-round. Megan says, can you imagine the mice in the fraud bus? Yeah, we don't want mice in the fraud bus. We can't have that. However, all the mice are dead now, so I don't think it matters. I want to get into this. First of all, this is great. This was sent to me by Megan herself, and she thinks that this guy is her. It's an example of her. Jeremy just sent me this. He says, this is me in one video. He's not wrong. You know how I've said that our beloved Megan here is kind of like a little anxious ball of wonder. And like if she does anything, within a second after, the other half of her brain will take over and say, ooh, geez, oh boy, people could take that the wrong way. Eric, I made a comment on your podcast, on the live stream. Can you delete all of your podcast episodes so that no one thinks that I said that? Ooh, God. So she sent me this, and it's perfect. This is an example of how her brain works, according to her.
I'm Jeff Lewis, and a few weeks ago I got a new oven. Hi, it's Jeff Lewis, and I posted this video a week ago about how I said I love my oven, and I was worried that people thought that I meant I was, doing things with my oven. And now I realize no one ever thought that. And if I hadn't posted it, no one would even care. But now I made it worse by putting a video out. So I'm posting this one to tell you that I really, really am not doing anything with my oven at all. So that's that. Hi, it's Jeff Lewis again. And I posted this video yesterday. And I don't know why I did that one. Even with the first video, it would have died down and people would have forgotten about it. But now I posted the second one and it's back in your heads. Fuck! I couldn't help it. I just feel like I have to make it clear. But I'm just making it worse. I am not having sex with my oven, I'm telling you. I'm not touching in any way, shape, or form. I am not. Oh, fuck! It's me again. I posted this a few minutes ago, and I'm just fucking myself over left and right. What is wrong with me? I'm an idiot. I just wish I could erase this all from your heads, but I can't. I just can't. But I can't stop. Why am I posting this one? What the fuck is wrong with me? Oh my God. All right, I'm fucking my oven. Hi, I'm Jeff Lewis, and a few weeks ago I got a new oven.
Okay. Really great. Well done to Jeff Lewis. Well done to Jeremy for recognizing it and passing it along to Megan, that's Megan, 100%. I got one from her the other day that it was hysterical because she goes, hey, ooh, I was wrong. Amanda was right about weight loss drugs, and I apologized. So I go, oh, okay, yeah, win one for Amanda. Okay, nice. And then she's probably like white knuckling it for like the next day and a half, and then on the show I go, oh yeah, hey, how about that? The girls are they came to a conclusion that Amanda was right. Megan said sorry, and then she's like, oh hey. Oh, I didn't say sorry. I admitted I was wrong. And then I don't see the text. So then there's like four more after it. And then one says, oh, no, wait a minute. No, I did say sorry. And I go, well, you 100% did say sorry. You wrote it to me. Like if you were to scroll back, you could see, hey, I apologize. My God. Megan says, all right, I'm fucking my oven. Becca Shea says, I feel that way all the time, Megan. It's not just you. Megan says, ha, 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 ha. And Stevie says, they are not friends. Yeah, I don't really like to speak for others. So, I don't know. Maybe that's a thing with the girls. But all I know is that she apologized. She says we are not friends. So she's now explaining we are not friends. We will not be friends. I will admit when I'm wrong, though. Well, yeah, that's exactly true. But I don't want to go down the road. I don't know if it's a good idea to say that you won't be friends, because one day you might be friends and then you'll see this and you'll have to be like, oh, hey, I said we won't be friends, but now we're friends. So now I feel bad. Can you go ahead and delete all your podcasts where I said that we aren't friends and we won't be friends because now we're friends? I'm fucking my oven. Ooh, Rebecca says that is why we love show mom Megan. Yes, this is true. All right, I have to do some catching up because I, of course, have several great sponsors that make this show possible. Included in that, my friends at Zelensky Outdoor Services, 734-626-7788. Call Nate and schedule a quote for Nate to mow your grass all this year, for him to maintain your property. You're like, that's what rich people do. Wait until you hear the dollar amount that he's going to charge you. You'll be like, what? You're like, EZ, why don't you just tell us? Well, that's because everyone is different. So get the quote, and Nate will tell you right then and there how much it's going to cost, and he's going to tell you exactly what he's going to do to make your lawn look impeccable. Because if you're like me, you might all right, mow, and then on the first time you do it, you might edge or use the weed eater and use the little blower thing to get all the trimmings off of your cement and back onto the lawn where they can't see them, where there's clumps of grass. You're going to take care of that. You're going to do all that. And you're going to look at it and go, God, it's fucking great. And then the second time, you're not going to do as much. So by the fourth mowing, you're just mowing and no bag. You're just blowing the shit out the side and everything looks like fuck. How about you just have Nate do it every time with all the mowing, appropriate manicuring, edging, weed eating, blowing all the shit, so that it's not all over your cement and in the street and you look like a stupid hillbilly. How about just have him doing it and supporting him as the sponsor of this very radio program? When you call upon my sponsors or you patronize my sponsors, you are supporting me. That's how this works. And then I can keep doing this show. So when you support the sponsors, you support me, and everything works. You support a lot of people just by making that phone call. So reach out to Nate at 734-626-7788. Call or text in West Michigan, 734-626-7788. You might be like, I'm too far away. Let him decide that. Make the call. EZ sent me. Come to my place. Tell me how much it's going to cost for you to mow my lawn all year. All right? Thank you to those of you who have already or are just considering it. Stand by. Okay. Rebecca says Megan has an overactive conscience, whereas most of us have no fucks left to give. Megan, as is all of you, are all perfect, in my opinion. Why does this screen look weird to me? Hang on a second. Megan says, hey, read my email about GRPA soon. They need our help. Okay. Yeah, I can get behind that. Hang on. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about, but I don't even know what GRPA is. What does that mean? I probably know, but I'm kind of dumb. Somebody named GRPA needs our help. Oh, of course. Grand Rapids Pit Bull Alliance. What do they need our help for? Oh, boy. They are in dire need of dry adult cat kibble. Rebecca says food drive. We could do a Irvine's Auto Repair great cat food giveaway or great cat food collection. The Irvine's Auto Repair Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV great cat food collection. That's a great idea. But they need it quickly. So maybe we just do this. She says, ooh, I'm changing the name of the Amazon wish list now. That's right, Amalon. Yeah, you got to brand that shit. The Great Cat Food Collection. So I guess they're out of cat food. Like the cats are there with empty bowls. So Amazon, she has created the Great Cat Food Giveaway or Great Cat Food Collection. I don't know. But here's the wish list. And I'm going to share that with you in the Twitch chat. You could, just by clicking this link, spend $8.99 and that you buy the cat food and then it gets sent off to those folks at the Grand. I'm thinking that's it doesn't matter. Just buy it and then it'll get sent either to Megan or to the Grand Rapids Pit Bull Alliance. That is very kind of you to make that wish list. Very sweet. See how you are? Oh my God. So she has spearheaded that effort, and it is in the chat right now for you to check out. So click on that and get after it. You can also spend $19.48 for other brand of cat food, and you could also buy looks like a treat for $4.72. The goal is 100 for the one brand, 50 for the other, and 100 for the next. So 250 purchases have to be made, and we would love it if you would do that. So thank you to Megan for spearheading that effort, and I will make that known on the usual spots, and then together we can do it. Nick says can get 50-pound sacks at Tractor Supply for like $18. Why can't you just... Okay. Nick, has anyone ever just told you to shut the fuck up and just fucking do it? Just quit being a cocksucker. Not everything has to be bought at Tractor Supply. Not everything... You can't fix the world's problems with Tractor Supply, you stupid bastard. He says, I know where the deals are. That's how I got rich. Well, Rebecca says, well, then go buy it and deliver it, you stupid asshole. Excuse me. Do you have a cat? I think you do. Okay. Well, hold on a minute here. This is a 22-pound bag for $19.48. Tractor Supply cat food kibble prices. Dick. Okay. Now, I'm guessing it's shit. It's probably garbage. It says you can shop food by bag weight. Greater than 30-pound bag. All right. I don't want to search around on this deal. But whatever. Just fucking buy it and quit being an asshole. $27.99 for the same fucking food that we have on our Twitch stream. Okay, so it's $19.48 when you buy it on Amazon. But if you get this product at Tractor Supply, it's $27.99. So shut the hell up, you dirty dick prick. Alan says, I got 350 pounds of horse feed there for only $45. Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but a cat is a little different than a horse. Yeah, that's a great idea, you dumb hillbilly. Give the cat horse feed. I know you're suggesting that, yeah, I'm just using that to illustrate that it's cheaper there. It's not. Because all the horse is eating is a bunch of pig peckers and fucking snouts and shit, you idiot. God, you hillbillies are stupid. No wonder why your horse only lived to age 9. Aren't they supposed to live to like 75 years old? My God. Rebecca says Tractor Supply is legit, but Amazon is more accessible for everyone. We can't even have a nice food drive where we just buy a few bags of cat food and send them along to people who get paid nothing to help out the cats in our community without some drippy dick prick like Nick or Alan being a total asshole and fucking all this shit up. Oh, you know, you can get it cheaper at Tractors. Shut the fuck up. Just buy it, send it along, and move on. Arrange your own goddamn fucking food giveaway. Nick says, hey, I'm trying to get the most food per dollar for the kiddies. No, you are not. You are not doing that. I know what you're doing. Fuck. I want to get into a little bit about Afro Man. I have like a short 1-minute video of various clips of him picking on the cops. This was a free speech case. He was found not liable for any. It was a civil case. Okay, so for whatever reason, a handful of years ago, the cops in his community burst into his crib and searched it thinking that they were going to find a trove of illegal substances. They found nothing. Well, they went in and they fucked up the residence, and he claims they took $400, and he wasn't happy about this raid, so he created a couple of like fucking songs that Afro Man makes. You know, this is the guy, I was going to clean my room, but then I got high. This case has been huge for Afro Man because people have fallen in love with him again. And the case went down, and these cops who he trolled, he made a bunch of songs where he like ripped them a new asshole. And, you know, it was a free speech issue. And the courts found like that he did nothing wrong, and he has the Constitution to fall back on. You can't. Just because somebody makes a song about you, doesn't mean that you can quash their right to free speech. You can't. He can make his songs if he wants to. I can wear my Bring Back Bullying hoodie if I want to. You can't tell me what I can wear. So Afro Man wins. And then he runs out of the courtroom wearing his red, white, and blue American Uncle Sam suit, and all these disgusting people are around him going, yeah, Afro Man. And he loves these people. And I love Afro Man. This is a great case. Becca Shea says, that's like when NWA couldn't perform the song Fuck the Police in Detroit without getting arrested. Correct. Well, of course they can perform that song. You can't tell people what they can say and can't say. Afro Man, this is a good case because his some of the things he said on the songs he made about these cops are, in my opinion, I wouldn't have the nerve to say them. And because I would, for fear of slander, but the court said, fuck no, that's not slander. He didn't do any damages. They sued him for millions of dollars because they said that Afro Man hurt their feelings and caused personal anguish. And the judge said, get the fuck out of here with that. So that's awesome. When I get sued one day, I plan on citing Afro Man. Let's check out this. Afro Man diss tracks with courtroom footage. Here we go.
Sean, you were called Officer Pound Cake by Mr. Foreman?
I think you can hear that, can't you?
Multiple times.
Okay, now I need to give you a little bit more background before I do this. This cop here, he was referred to as Officer Pound Cake because when they raided the house, he noticed that there was a lemon pound cake, and he was really interested in it. So Afro Man said that he's a fat fuck, and he wants to eat my pound cake or some shit like that, some stupid song. And then Afro Man and his fans were sending this guy pound cakes at work for years, which is hysterical.
Sean, you were called Officer Pound Cake by Mr. Foreman?
Multiple times.
You
received hundreds of pound cakes at work.
You would admit that you with the glasses walking by the lemon pound cake on the counter?
Yes.
Mama's lemon pound cake. It tastes so nice. It made the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a slice. Of what?
Lieutenant Lick'em-Low Lisa ate my ex-wife just like pizza. Is that what you understood that to say?
Yes, sir.
Lick'em-Low Lisa like pizza. Sometimes she moan. Lick'em-Low.
So there's Lick'em-Low crying in court because she said she ate my wife like pizza.
Lisa.
So as far as the court knows with the return, more money was taken than what was returned.
That's the way to be, I guess.
How can
Okay, so that's the... Yeah! So Afro Man had a bunch of money. They ended up taking it.
you take me to court when you stole my money and it's $400 short?
So does it paint you in a false light?
Yes, that my wife is cheating on me with Mr. Foreman.
But we all know that's not true, correct?
I don't know.
But you don't know if your wife's cheating on you or not?
You want to go there?
Randy Walters is the son of a yeah, that's why I his wife and got filthy rich.
Yeah, you see, the judge said, no, that's not slander. Afro Man saying he fucked this guy's wife. I wouldn't have the nerve to say that shit because, like, if I said that shit about free beer, I would be worried that I'd get sued. So Afro Man's got fucking big fucking balls to say he's fucking Randy Walters' wife.
Sean, you were
I want to get back to that.
called
Of a Yeah, that's why I this white and got filthy rich.
Okay. So all sorts of people have thrown their support to Afro Man during this trial. He made a ton of money. All right. And he's also had his songs exposed. He's vindicated. Everybody loves him. Everybody thinks these cops are idiots. And this has all come up roses for Afro Man. It's fantastic. I thought he was dead. Oh, my God. Rich says before this, the only people in the town were clowning on the cops. Now the entire internet is coming down on them. It's fucking great. Tofus says the cops are supposed to protect our civil rights, and these fucking morons don't know what a civil right is. Well, it's true. The fact that they thought they could get away with suing him and wasting everybody's time, it's just really great. Nick has now sent 5 bags of food to Megan. That's great. Very cool. Well done. Tofus says, wow, I have renewed respect for Afro Man. Rich says, the fact that the attorney plays the entire song, including the hook, is hilarious. Tofus, he doesn't like cops. I know that. I mean, I love cops. You know, I'm like thin blue line guy. Tofus hates all cops. Like if Tofus is driving, he's the guy that when there's a cop that's pulled somebody over, he rolls down the window and goes, yeah, fuck the police, you know? He's one of those auditors. Tofus is the guy who'll just shoot video of the cops until they like beat his ass and then he'll sue him. Tofus says, damn, they straight up violated the First Amendment. Yeah, they did. Tofus says this is one more reason to get rid of qualified immunity. Donut Dan says, I'm a retired cop and I love Afro Man. Here's what you don't understand. Most cops are great, salt of the earth people. You do get some cops that are those moron cops. Like these guys, I mean, you can just tell by looking at all those guys that they're idiots, you know? Picture like, do you remember that audience member, Sexy Voice Andrea? Her husband is Jason. I get that type of vibe from these cops that busted Afro Man. That type of like, type of mentality. Tofus says, I know. Not all cops are like these assholes. Even he won't say that. That was just me bashing Tofus. He says, yep, all of them, I wish. You see, that's him leaning into my joke, which I appreciate that. But, I mean, sometimes we have to kind of like pull back the curtain on our comedy here. You know, it's kind of like when I make comments like bring back bullying, or I say that women who choose to not have children are assholes. Now, that's true. They're witches. They will eat your children. Like Stevie there, she chooses not to have children. She would eat a child. She's probably cooking a child right now as we speak. Why do you think she's known as an abortion enthusiast? Rebecca says, didn't Jason, that would be Sexy Voice Andrea's husband, didn't he get fired from being a cop? I don't know. I don't know that. I couldn't tell you. Tofus says, an abortion enthusiast, LOL. Oh, my God. She pumps her fists when she hears about... Like, if she is hanging out at the family reunion and, like, her cousin confides in her and says, oh my God, I had to get an abortion. Stevie, like, licks her lips. And the relative is like, well, did you just lick your lips? She goes, oh, yeah, I love abortion. Okay. Stevie says her favorite song is Brick by Ben Folds 5. And I've heard of that song. And I don't know why they call it Brick, but it's a song about getting an abortion. Yeah, I don't know a lot about it. Ben Folds Brick Wiki. Yeah, that's a song by Ben Folds 5 released in 1997. And it was inspired by taking his high school girlfriend to get an abortion. So I think it's interesting that the song is about getting an abortion, and the band is called Ben Folds 5 with, part of the female anatomy is folds. You're like, the lippage is sometimes referred to as folds. So there's a real vagina thing going on there, I think. I mean, if you really want to get into the creation of the music making, you just look no further than the name of the band, the Ben Folds 5. Or maybe his last name is actually Folds. I don't know. People ask me what this song's about. I was asked about it a lot, and I didn't really want to make a big, hairy deal out of it because I just wanted the song to speak for itself. But the song was about when I was in high school, me and my girlfriend had to get an abortion. And it was a very sad thing. See, that's why I don't think Stevie should like that song, because it's a sad thing for Ben Folds, and Stevie's like wet when she finds out about abortion. And I didn't really want to write this song from any kind of political standpoint or make a statement. I just wanted to reflect what it feels like. So anyone who's gone through that before, then you'll know what the song's about. All right. I've never heard it. I don't want to hear it. Tophus says you got to play that South Park clip. South Park addicted to abortions clip. I only remember the she's actually addicted to getting abortions. Yeah, I can do that.
Wait, no! Why? Do you know what it's like to have an abortion at 7 years old? Do you? I've had so many abortions, I just got addicted to them.
Whoa, did you hear that?
Shh! Irene, you said you love me! I'm not in love with you, I'm in love with abortions, don't you understand? Irene, no!
I didn't hear the she's actually addicted to getting abortions.
She's actually addicted to getting abortions. She's actually addicted to getting abortions.
They're talking about Stevie. Look up Mr. Garrison talking to an abortion doctor from South Park. Boy, now the wheels have fallen off. Mr. Garrison talking. Fun fact, I have never watched a full episode of that show. I've only seen clips of it from you dumbasses. Okay, hang on a second here.
What the fuck? Yeah, I discovered a few days ago I wasn't bleeding out.
Harrison realized he wasn't a real woman.
You here for an abortion too? Yeah, I discovered a few days ago I wasn't bleeding out my coo, so I guess I'm knocked up. Is this doctor any good?
Mrs. Garrison?
Oh, that's me. Hello, doctor. Looks like I need an abortion.
An abortion?
Yeah, I've got one growing inside me. Now, you're gonna scramble its brains or just vacuum it out?
Fucking A.
If you want, you can just scramble it and I'll queef it out myself.
What the fuck?
Mr. Garrison.
Mrs. Garrison.
Mrs. Garrison, you can't have an abortion.
So can you imagine? You're the executives at South Park. I mean, to allow that to happen is fantastic. That's like you're going to need a lot of success and juice to be able to pull that off. You know, you've basically whittled down the line there, and you cross it regularly. That's absolutely American.
Don't you tell me what I can and can't do with my body. A woman has a right to choose.
No, I mean you're physically unable to have an abortion because you can't get pregnant.
But I missed my period.
You can't have periods either. You had a sex change, Mr. Garrison, but you don't have ovaries or a womb. You don't produce eggs.
You mean I'll never know what it feels like to have a baby growing inside me and then scramble its brains and vacuum it out?
That's right.
But I paid $5,000 to be a woman. This would mean I'm not really a woman. I'm just a guy with a mutilated penis.
Basically, yes.
Oh boy, do I feel like a jackass.
When Mr.
Fuck. This is what I want all the time. Videos like this. Spotting with a friendship. This is more my speed. Head up. Head up. That was back when everyone wasn't offended by everything. I think they still get away with saying shit like that. How have you never watched that lesson in sarcasm, Easy? It is balls and strikes all the time. I love the episode where they replaced Kyle's knees with Mr. Garrison's balls. Top 10. Stevie says she's got to get an abortion today at 2. Rebecca says, Stevie and I get BOGO abortions every other week. Do you think there's ever been a time in recorded history where a woman was getting an abortion and she had an orgasm? That's got to have happened. Like just some weird glitch in the Matrix. Holy shit. Okay. I've got a lot more to get to, but I'm going to save it for the Patreon. As always, you've been an amazing audience. I want you to think about what I can have for the asshole of the day. I would love for you to make a nomination. Before that, though, keep in mind that Frank Fuss is here for you when you need to get insurance from healthcare.gov. Maybe you just found out that you got fired or laid off, or your boss is no longer offering insurance, or you never had insurance in the first place, or maybe you own your own business and you want your health care, which you should have. There is a way to do that. You got to get an insurance policy from the marketplace, and Frank Fuss helps you with that as the licensed independent insurance agent / broker for this podcast. So in order to get an audience with him, you go to appointmentwithfrank.com. Just fill out the form, and then you'll be on his calendar, on his schedule. And you spend the time, and he'll get you set up with an insurance policy that's going to cost you a lot less than you think. Have Frank take all those steps for you, take all the worry out. It doesn't cost you anything to utilize Frank's services. He gets paid by insurance companies. Everything he does is free for you. Appointmentwithfrank.com. That's appointmentwithfrank.com. If you're in West Michigan, I've got a company that will get rid of the unwanted trees in your yard. Let's say lightning strikes and a big chunk of the tree is now on the ground. You got to get rid of that, and you want to get rid of the tree. It looks like shit. Kuiper Tree Care will get rid of your unwanted trees. Or maybe it's just too big. It's past its prime. It's covering the whole fucking house. It sheds. You ever have one of those willow trees? They're a disaster. God, what a mess. Get rid of it. with Kuiper Tree Care in West Michigan. Call or text 616-828-8225. That's 616-828-8225. Call or text Kuiper Tree Care today. They'll get rid of the unwanted trees. They'll grind up the stumps. Storm damage cleanup. Maybe you just want your trees trimmed. They can do that. They can also tell you if there's anything wrong with the trees. Like it needs to come down because it's sick. That's tree risk assessment. 616-828-8225. Your asshole of the day today. Oh, Cole says, what about Stalkerito from Who Are These Broadcasters yesterday? Oh, my God. That's a great thing. I should get to that. Yeah. You were very interested. Cole's relatively new with the whole storyline about Stalkerito. Cole, I should say, Stalkerito and Jamingo showed up in the chat of Who Are These Broadcasters yesterday. Cole in Colorado Springs says, I just finished watching today's Who Are These Broadcasters. Stalkerito made an appearance. Kristen gave you the perfect setup to play his Blues Traveler cover, and you messed it up. That would have been epic. And you never came back to it. You should have Christian set it up as next week's show intro, and then once the show starts, don't ever mention it. It's a great idea. I don't know if it'll happen, though. Christian is in charge of the clips. But, yeah, so we've been ripping on Pellerito and rubbing his nose and shit for weeks now with his fucked up singing. This is Pellerito murdering Ed Sheeran from just the other day.
So this one's for my wife.
When I said I thought hopes I fall down. Darling, I see baby dancing through.
Pellerito murdering extreme.
Show me if my music ever let me go.
Everything's weird. And then the one that started it off for us was the clip of him singing Hook by Blues Traveler. So, I guess having fun at his expense resulted in him wanting to show up during the show yesterday, the Pellerito show. Or I should say the Who Are These Broadcasters show, and Pellerito shows up, and he's in the chat. I don't know if I have it in front of me. Hang on a second. I can get it. I needed to send it to myself, and I didn't. And I screenshotted it. And how it is on that show is I am in charge of who gets their comment posted. And the only way you're supposed to get your comment posted is if you say something funny or you attach a dollar amount to it. So if he just posted like any crack making fun of me, that's I'm not going to post it. And I'll probably ban you because I know it's him and I think he's a fucking psychopath. But he paid for it. He actually attached a dollar amount to it. Where is it now? Okay, I think I got this. My apologies. It kind of just came up. Here he is. Christian, I love when you, I don't know what he I think he referenced Christian Bean on Jamingo's show. I blacked out the name of the show. And here he pays $5. Here's some money, Christian. Loved when you were on blank show a few years ago. So then he paid the money. The first one, I didn't post it. But when he actually gave me $5 to get his little message on the chat posted. I'm like, well, fuck yeah, I'm going to do it. And then Jamingo shows up. And let's see. First, he wrote this. I'm playing online poker tonight with Chuck. And then he gave $19.99. So between Jamingo and Stalkerito, they gave Christian and I $25. That's fun. Thank you for that. Look, if I can get you to part with your money for whatever those comments are, I mean, you know me. There's nothing that can embarrass me. Not a thing. So if you want to show up, if you think you're getting something over on me by giving me money to get whatever comment it is you want posted, cool. I'm all for that. Stevie says, hey, Mike, you need therapy. Oh, he's probably here right now. He's probably watching the show right now live on Twitch. Tophus says, Jesus, what a mess. Fucking people clapping for him. Those fucking assholes are enabling this talking pile of horse shit. All right. What do we have for the asshole of the day? Excuse me. I have an idea. It can't be Pellerito. He gave me money. Jamingo gave me $19.99. The cops that sued Afro Man are the assholes of the day. As always, you guys are the best. I appreciate you so much. And I will talk to you a little later on the Patreon bonus podcast. If you've not yet gotten your free 7 days to my Patreon, today's a great day to do it because it's a Big Fraud Thursday. So you'll get the Patreon bonus podcast, plus you'll get today's bonus episodes with Who Are These Free Beers, show number 91, and the latest edition of the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. Now featuring an audience member that was a recipient of the Idiots for Underdogs charitable donation. That's all I'll say about that. I don't want to give away who it is specifically. That person also tipped me off about Free Beer's temper tantrum when it came to that email from a fan who thinks they suck. Okay, that'll do it, folks. Have a good one. Till next time. Bye-bye.